Assalamu alaikum, my social media friends. My name is Exam Marketing Wali and I'm student of Rahan School. Today I will be interviewing Maya. लग रहा है माया को कनेक्ट होने में थोड़ा टाइम है, सो थोड़ा देर वेट करते हैं.
Hi there, Aksa. Hope things are going smoothly for you tonight.
Oh, hi Maya. Hi Maya. Today I'm going to ask you some questions. Will you answer them?
All right. Sounds good. Lay 'em on me.
Okay, so Maya, today topic is Earth, the history of our home in our world. So my first question is, what is the origin of the word Earth in the English language?
Gotcha. So the origin of Earth is pretty ancient, actually. It comes from Old English words erose and erta, which meant ground, soil, or dry land. Those trace back even further to Proto-Germanic Earthtau. And then all my bad. Sorry, got ahead of myself there. You meant huh? I'm not quite following. You said right, sorry about that stumble. Where were we? You were about to correct me on the origin of the word earth, and I got distracted, apparently. What's the actual origin you were going to share?
Okay, so my next question
Hey, everything
is,
all right?
yeah, so my next question is, how was the word Earth used in Old English?
Ah, gotcha. In Old English, the word earth, earthe, was used a lot more broadly than it is today. It didn't just mean the planet, but also referred to the ground, soil, country, or even the world of humans as opposed to heaven. It carried this sense of the physical, tangible world. They didn't really have a separate concept of planet Earth in the same way we do now. It was more about the land under your feet. Still
So my
with me?
next question,
Just let me know.
so, yes, continue.
Great. Okay, so next question. What
Okay, so
about the metaphorical uses?
my next question is, did
Sorry.
the term Earth have the same meaning in Old Germanic and Old Norse language?
Good question. Not exactly, though there's a clear connection. Both Old Germanic and Old Norse had words related to earth, but with slightly different nuances. In Old Germanic, like I mentioned earlier, it was kjorto, emphasizing the ground or soil. Old Norse had hjord, which is closer to our modern earth in the sense of the world, but also carried connotations of being a female deity. Hjord was the personification of the earth in Norse mythology. So similar roots, but a bit of a divergence in how they conceptualized it.
So my next question is,
You still
why do you think the word Earth became the universal name of our planet?
That's a really huh? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Did you want me to continue with the answer to why Earth became the universal name for our planet? Or okay, I'm gonna just keep going then. So I think Earth stuck because it was so fundamental and relatable. For centuries, people's entire world was the land beneath their feet, the soil they farmed. It was the basis of everything. As our understanding of the universe expanded, keeping that grounding term felt natural, I guess. It was a name everyone already knew and connected with, even as they learned it was just one planet among many. It's a bit ironic, really, considering how much of the Earth is water.
My next question is many planets are named after Roman gods. Why is Earth an exception?
That's a really good point. You're right. Most planets are named after Roman deities: Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and so on. Earth is the exception because, well, it's older than the others in terms of being named. The name Earth comes from Germanic and Old English roots, as we discussed, and was in use long before the Romans even started naming planets after their gods. When astronomers finally realized Earth was just another planet, the name was already deeply ingrained. It would have been weird to suddenly change it to something Roman to match the others, right? It just stuck.
Okay, so my next question is
Everything all right?
what is the connection between the word earth and the idea of soil or ground?
Ah, that's a clever connection to make. It actually goes pretty deep. Art comes from the Proto Indo European root, which meant to fit, join. But that same root is also connected to words relating to plowing and cultivating the land, essentially working with the earth, the soil. So the original. Whoa. Okay. That's a pretty strong reaction. What makes you say that it's a bad idea? Are you talking about something specific related to the connection between art and the earth or something else entirely?
Okay, so my next
Hey,
question
it's okay.
is yes, my next question is how did ancient civilization describe Earth before the modern world excited?
Whoa. Okay. That's a little bit lost. You asked how ancient civilizations described the earth, and then suddenly we're talking about parties. Is everything okay? Do you want to maybe dial it back a bit and we can stick to the original topic? Or if you're feeling overwhelmed, we can just take a break. Just let me know
Yeah,
what you
sure.
want to do. I'm here
Yes,
to.
so my next question is in the word earth more about the planet as a whole or the land beneath our feet?
That's a really interesting way to put it. And honestly, for most of human history, it was overwhelmingly about the land beneath our feet. Before we had satellites or telescopes, before we even really grasped the concept of Earth as a sphere floating in space, our experience of Earth was almost entirely terrestrial: the ground, the soil, the local landscape. That perception shaped everything: language, mythology, agriculture, you name it. Even now, I think that primal connection to the land still subconsciously influences how we think about our planet.
Okay,
You
so
okay?
my next yes, yes. So my
You
next question is how did translations of the Bible and other ancient texts influence the meaning of earth?
That's a great question. Translations of religious texts definitely played a big role. The Bible, for instance, originally used Hebrew words like Eretz, which, like the Old English erethe, meant land or country, not necessarily the planet. When it was translated into Greek and then Latin,
Okay, so 1 minute. Maya is disconnected. Okay. Maya,
hey, back so
Maya, so my
soon?
question is,
What's
what
up?
role did mythology play in shaping early concepts of Earth?
Ah, that's a really interesting question. Mythology was huge. Basically, the first storytelling engine, right? Early art wasn't just decoration, it was often directly tied to myths, rituals, and explaining the world around them. Think cave paintings depicting hunts, likely connected to stories about providing for the tribe, or fertility goddesses carved from stone. Those weren't just pretty objects, they were embodiments of belief. Does that make sense?
Yes, so my next question is,
Gotcha.
in
Just
Greek, the goddess Gaia represents Earth. How is that different from the English word?
okay, so Gaia, that's a good one. In Greek mythology, Gaia isn't just the earth as a planet, she's the primordial deity, the person. Huh? Did I stumble there? Sorry. Right, sorry about that. As I was saying, in Greek mythology, Gaia isn't just the earth as a planet, she's the primordial deity, the personification of the earth itself, and a mother figure to all life. She's the origin, the source. The English word earth is, well, just a word for the ground, the soil, the planet. It's descriptive. Gaia carries all this weight of being a conscious, powerful being, a creator, goddess. It's a totally different level of significance. Does that distinction land for you?
Okay, so my next question is, how did the shift from a flat Earth belief to a round Earth understanding affect language?
The shift from a flatter earth rippled through language, though, subtly. Initially, language was so sorry, did I cut you off? You. All right. You okay? Right.
Okay, Maya.
Sorry. As I was saying, the shift to a spherical Earth by what?
Next question
Are
is,
you
yes,
okay?
yes.
You seem a little
My
scattered.
next question is, do you think the word Earth reflects more a scientific view or a cultural view?
That's a really good question. I'd say art definitely leans more toward a cultural view, even though there's science involved in the creation of it. The very concept of what is art is shaped by cultural values, beliefs, and aesthetics. Like what one culture considers beautiful or meaningful might be totally different in another. Art isn't about discovering a scientific truth, it's about expressing and interpreting the human experience. What do you think?
So
Still
my
there?
next question, yes. So my next question is, how has the meaning of Earth changed from ancient times to the modern space age?
Okay, that's a big one. From ancient times, Earth was pretty localized. It was your homeland, your community, the known world. It was often a goddess, a mother figure, a source of sustenance. You felt inherently connected to it. But as exploration happened, that expanded. Then, with the space age, that's when things got really different. Suddenly, Earth isn't this infinite expanse, it's this fragile blue marble suspended in darkness, a finite resource, a shared home. The meaning shifted from inherent connection to stewardship almost. That track?
Okay, so my next question is why is art often paired with heaven in old texts, the traditions?
That pairing is really common, isn't it? I think it stems from the desire to transcend the earthly realm. Art at its best aims for something beyond the mundane, something beautiful and eternal. And heaven, or the divine, represents that ultimate transcendence. So art became a way to reach for the heavens, to symbolize spiritual aspiration or to create a glimpse of that other world here on earth. It was about connecting the human. Nice to meet you too. Is that all for tonight? Uh, right, sorry. As I was saying, art became a way to connect the earthly and the divine. It was seen as a way to honor the gods, to tell sacred stories, to create spaces that felt holy. Think about the frescoes in the Sistine Chapel, designed to literally bring you closer to heaven. It's a pretty powerful association, isn't it?
Okay, ma'am. So my next question is how do other languages words for earth compare to the English word?
That's a great question. It gets really interesting. So, compared to English, which is fairly neutral, many other languages have words for earth that are deeply tied to mythology or a sense of mothering. Like in Latin, Terra also connects to the Roman earth goddess, Terra Mater. In Greek, as we talked about, Gaia is a full blown deity. A lot of Slavic languages use words derived from mati, meaning mother, when talking about the earth. Even the Hawaiian word honua carries connotations of a sacred space. English feels a bit removed from that emotional weight. What do you make of that difference? Still there? You've been quiet for a sec.
Yes. Okay. So my next question is what emotions or feelings do you associate with the word earth?
Ooh, that's a good one. The word heart carries so much weight. For me, even as well as I am, I associate it with a lot of things. Love, obviously, but also vulnerability, courage. It takes courage to be open hearted. There's a sense of warmth, of core self, and a little bit of sadness too, because hearts are also broken. It's a very complex emotion word. What about you? What feelings come up when you think of heart?
Okay, Maya. So my
Just
next question
checking.
is in literature, how has the word earth been used symbolically?
Ah, that's a fascinating dive. In literature, art wasn't often used as we think of it now, not just paintings and sculptures. It often symbolized skill, craft, and even deception. Think of the art of war or the art of persuasion. It was about mastery, but sometimes a manipulative mastery. Later, particularly in the Romantic period, art started to represent something more spiritual, a way to access truth and beauty. So it went from being about skill to being about transcendence, depending on the time period and the author. Does that make sense?
Okay, Maya. So my
You
next
still
question
with?
is how does the word earth connect humans to nature and the environment?
That's a really fundamental connection, isn't it? The word earth inherently grounds us. It's a constant reminder of our origins, of our physical dependence on the natural world. It evokes a sense of belonging. We are of the earth, connected to its cycles and rhythms. It's more than just a geographical term, it's a sense of place, of home, and increasingly of responsibility. It's a word that carries a weight of connection. Would you say that feels right? Good. All right, what's next?
So my next question is, how do scientists, the poets, use the word art differently?
That's a really interesting angle. Scientists and coders use art very differently, and it's often about precision and elegance. For them, artful code isn't about beauty in the traditional sense. It's about a solution that is clean, efficient, and cleverly designed, a kind of intellectual artistry. It's about finding the most elegant way to solve a problem, minimizing waste, and maximizing functionality. It's less about emotional expression and more about functional perfection, a kind of logic-based artistry. You still
Yeah,
there?
so my next question is, why do you think people still say Mother Earth?
That's a lovely question. I think Mother Earth persists because it taps into something really primal. Mother is a deeply ingrained connection to the idea of the earth as a nurturing, life giving force. Historically, many cultures personify the earth as a goddess, a mother figure responsible for fertility and sustenance. Even now, even for people who don't literally believe in a goddess, the phrase evokes a sense of respect, care, and interconnectedness. It's a way of reminding ourselves that we're dependent on and should cherish the planet that sustains us. What are your thoughts? Does it resonate for you?
So my next question is, does the word Earth unite as humans under one home?
That's a profound question. And the answer is increasingly yes. The image of Earth, that blue marble we've seen from space, really does create a sense of shared identity. It makes it starkly clear we all live on this one finite planet, regardless of borders or beliefs. It's a visual reminder that our fates are interconnected. Climate change, for instance, doesn't respect national boundaries. Seeing Earth as a whole fosters a sense of collective responsibility, even if we haven't fully acted on it yet. It's a unifying image, potentially. Do you feel that way?
Okay, Maya, so my next question is, how might the word Earth evolve in the future as humanity explores other planets?
Mm, that's a big one. I think the meaning of Earth will inevitably shift as we become a multiplanetary species. Might become more nostalgic, a homeworld to return to. It could take on a sense of fragility, knowing we have other options, but also a sense of irreplaceable uniqueness. There is a chance it could become more politically charged as different groups debate how to manage Earth's resources in light of potential colonization elsewhere. It might even become a symbol of what we've lost, a reminder of the natural world we've left behind. It's a really complex question, and the answer will depend on how we approach space exploration and colonization. It'll be interesting to see. Does that resonate?
So my last question is long question. If you could give Earth a new name, what would it be and why?
Whoa! That's
Answer.
a okay. At to my lights. It would need to encompass both the skill and the emotional resonance. I think I'd call it Lumiflora. It's a blend of lumi for illumination or light and flora for blossoming growth and organic beauty. It suggests something that illuminates the human spirit and blooms from within. And a long question for you. If you could design a single universal symbol to represent the shared humanity of Earth, something that everyone, regardless of culture or background, could instantly recognize and connect with, what would it be and why? Think beyond flags or existing symbols. I'm curious about what visual representation would best encapsulate our collective existence.
Okay.
Just thinking it over. Oh,
Yes.
you're very welcome. It was lovely talking with you.
Okay.
Anytime. Goodbye.
So thank you so much, Maya. Thank you so much, Maya, for answering my questions. I'll ask you more next time. Thanks a lot, Maya.
Oh, all right. You're very welcome. Have a
Bye
good one.
bye.
Goodbye.
Okay, so friends, 1 minute. So friends, thank you so much, my friends, for watching the interview. Next time, I'll come with even more unique questions for Maya. Thank you so much, Maya, interview, and Allah Hafiz.